What is up, my dogs? My ace in the holes. This is Carl from Webquark, and welcome to today's video. Now, I want to start off with an explanation. With all the craziness happening right now, my plans for January of 2020 was completely demolished. This is more or less a late start for me. On my Twitter, which I shall link in the description, I promised a video about something major from my childhood, and not a lot of people know about it. This is that video, so without further ado, let's obey our nostalgia. Before we begin, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Nobody! So you may be asking, what is a Hooverville and what does it do? I will tell you. Hooverville was a webtoon series that was active between the years of 2000 and 2009, before disappearing off the face of the internet. It was a cartoon made with Flash, with its own website to accompany it. There were funny cartoons, games, and even some nice interactivity to make the characters feel lifelike. I was surprised to learn that absolutely nobody knew what I was talking about whenever I randomly mentioned Hooverville in the conversation. I would always try to explain it, and be met with even more confusion. That got me wondering, how can a huge part of my childhood be completely unknown to the majority of the population? Surely there had to be at least one other person who shared the same nostalgic experience I had, right? Well, after a few months, I found something amazing. Whenever you would Google the word Hooverville, you would only get unrelated results, at least most of the time. After digging through the archives, I found what I can only assume to be a fan site. It used the public domain hosting service neocities.com, not anything under their own name. The site itself looks very unfinished, yet it still gives off a strange vibe I simply cannot shake off. The page includes a short comic and links to some character bios. Now, my memory is a tad fuzzy. There are a lot of characters I don't remember existing before. For example, these object-headed things were definitely not in the original series. Then again, it has been nearly a decade since I first visited it. The About page is interesting, to say the least. It has been an edgy fan revival project and nothing else. This is the only lead I have at the moment. I know it's a red herring, but I've been fishing for months. The river is dried up, and there's something I have to work with. Yeah, that's a good analogy. I found another comic on the website, which is surprisingly accurate to the original art style of the series. I'm stunned. But now it's time to turn away from the site, at least for now. You see, I went to visit my mother on Easter Sunday. I haven't lived with her for a few years now, but she did have a small collection of some of my old stuff. Amongst the clutter of old toys, a box full of baby teeth, and photographs I found. An old burned DVD. And guess what's on it? Oh boy. Apparently, I have been archiving old tunes from the original website before the fall of Flash killed it with his bare, bloody hands. So that's why I decided to look through this thing and see what I can find. The first thing I saved on here was a little tune simply titled ZumiTune.mov. How creative! It's something more than a simple cartoon about the animal character that is kept as a pet. Wait, there are amphib birds in this universe. Why is there an animal being kept as a pet? Wouldn't that be like slavery? Is it being enslaved? Does this cartoon secretly have a twisted agenda? Nah. Seriously, who thinks that deeply about cartoons? Nerds. That too. And I'm no nerd. Anyway, there isn't much to add to this tune. Very simple and straight to the point. No voice acting, just sound effects and some banging background music. What else do we have on here? Oh, nice. Something I can actually talk about. Joy. This next short is titled Maya vs. the Bully, which is a storybook-style cartoon about how Maya Moore, the bird, and Chuan Forest first meet. I always found it strange how Chuan was first characterized in this cartoon. I remember him being very sweet and dorky, but it's pretty jarring seeing him as like such a little jerk. But I think this tune is supposed to take place years and years in the past, but I'm not entirely sure about that, so I don't want to spoil too much, so I suggest watching the archive version right after this. But I don't know, in general, just pretty like it's like static, and there's like one anime section, and there's some funny stuff in there. So yeah. Now I can go on and on about the individual characters, their personality traits, their storylines, yada yada yada. But I decided the best thing to do was to start looking for the series. It's pretty bare bones right now, but as I gain more information, I will update it as often as possible. You guys are free to join my little hunt as well. This video, I think I'll take a break from Hooverville and look into some nostalgic Flash games or something. I don't know. But I hope you guys found the video fun, or at least somewhat educational. Please like and subscribe. And don't forget to ring that bell. Oh, please, never forget the bell. Please. Okay, bye.